totally understand it. But certainly this mitochondrial effect where you're allowing the cell to have more energy seems to be one of the big things that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It could also be, the body is so interesting, and there's so much stuff that we've yet to learn. We now know that the mitochondria, these little tiny organelles, actually emit light themselves. I mean, we
Really?
emit light. We are actually emitting biophotons all the time. The emission is so weak we can't see it.
Yeah.
But maybe if we're triggering this kind of communication by, using light to give those little power packs, the mitochondria, the energy, maybe they're able to increase their photonic emission, and then you're getting greater communication in the brain, and that could then lead to better cognition and memory and all those great things that we want for our brains.
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, we just need more
Yeah.
research.
Yeah, for sure. No, I didn't know we emit light. That's cool.
We emit light. Yeah, there's this really fabulous researcher that I was lucky enough to go and see in Germany many, many years ago, and he did those first experiments with biophotons, and he actually started off with plants, with cucumber seeds, and he put them in this pitch black room, and then had this piece of equipment called a photomultiplier, which basically just means light multiplier. And you could see these fabulous images, of light being emitted from the plant. And since then, people have used it on humans. You can see light coming from fingers and from hands, and from the eyes. So yeah, when people have that kind of woo woo, yes, we're beings of light,
Mm-hmm.
that isn't just some woo woo saying. We really do function very much in our relationship with light, and we also emit light. And I think
Mm-hmm.
actually maybe that is something that we're missing a little bit here in our communication now. I'm kind of seeing you on a screen, but
Yeah.
if we were actually in the same room, you would probably be detecting those biophotons that are
Yeah.
coming off me, and maybe responding to that in a way that's in addition to just the image that we're getting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Is that kind of related to like our aura then?
it's sort of, I think it's a little bit different because, when people measure auras, they're looking at like a discharge from the body.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
something that's a little bit separate because it's measured with a different piece of machinery. But whether there is some crossover, when you say to someone that, they've got a lovely aura, maybe you're
Mm.
picking up on information of their biophotons.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a little
Yeah.
bit of something in the language there.
Or like, sometimes you just know someone else is behind you, or like if you're like feeling their light, that'd be cool.
It could be some kind of extrasensory perception that we don't know.
Yeah.
And really, when you think about light, is really just, it's a wave that's on the electromagnetic spectrum. But
Mm-hmm.
the electromagnetic spectrum is vast. We kind of have put a limit on one end and on the other, but really, it could go as far as infinity. So we really don't know the waves that are coming off of us. And in terms of electromagnetics, we can measure an electromagnetic wave coming off of the human heart, for example, as much as 2 meters away. And that's the
Oh
work of
wow.
heart math, where they've looked at the field of electromagnetic emission that comes off the human body. We already know we can measure it to a certain point. So that could be your kind of feeling of someone's behind you. Really
Mm-hmm.
you can pick up on someone's electromagnetic field. And I
Wow.
think that's probably true. When someone walks in the room and you kind of
Yeah.
you get an uneasy feeling or a good
Yeah.
feeling.
Or you're like, you could cut the tension with a
Yeah,
knife.
yeah, yeah, probably because it's that kind of static effect of everybody's
Yeah.
electromagnetic fields.
Hey guys, thank you so much for getting to the end of that episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more things like that, click here and don't forget to subscribe.